Raider ReACTION is for mature audiences only. So if you can't stand the heat, stay away from the fire.
It's another beautiful day to be a Raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield, I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation, and you come back. Why? Because it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And if you don't know where that is, let me give you some simple directions. It's just down the street, past the house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop in the corner and ask my man Joe. He's typically always there. He may be behind the bush, but look around, you'll find him. He's a gentleman and a scholar. He's a little iffy on the time of day, so he's a man of commerce, definitely. So slip in what you should. He's going to point you in the right direction. He's going to tell you to take a left and then a right. As you find yourself strolling down the street minding your own damn business, you're going to walk past this deep, dark, creepy-ass alley to your immediate right. As you stroll past it, a cool breeze hits you that chills you right to your skeletal core, and you find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? Of course it was! Should you venture down that deep dark alley? Abso-frickin-lutely. Because what you're gonna find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction. And as it is every Wednesday on Raider Reaction, we drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly league-wide as we touch on all the hot league topics, rolling through as we roll through the entire slate of NFL games that is on the docket for Week 15. And unfortunately, tonight, my sidekick will not be joining me. The Raider Reaction resident sports guru Prime is out this evening. Although I do have Prime's picks, and we do have everything calculated from last week, and Prime will be back next week. So, unfortunately, we don't have Prime, but we got Prime's picks, and we'll do a lot. You guys will just have to help contribute a little more with your picks than typical Ghost of the Post, and I'll bounce off of you guys. So make sure you throw in your picks up in the comments as well as we work our way through Week 15. But before we get to Week 15, let's touch on Week 14 and what was across the board in Week 14 as Prime came in boasting a pretty nice 15-game lead on me coming in as we came into the week he came in at 112-66 on the season. I come in at 97-81 on the season. Both of us doing all right. We're fairly well over 500, although I was 15 games back. As you notice, I said was. I wonder if part of the reason Prime is not on the show tonight is because he absolutely tanked Week 14, and the Commish has closed the gap. Could have something to do with it, maybe, possibly. Is he licking his wounds? We'll see. Because Prime went the first week of the entire season that Prime had a losing record in his picks for the week. He went 6-10. Fail. I, however,
He shoots, he scores!
11-5. I even won second place in my office pool and won $20. Fuck, free lunch, can't beat that. So, if you let me do the math for you there, carry the one. I closed the gap by 5 games right there. So now, coming in to Week 15, Prime and I are sitting. He's sitting at 118-76, and I am now 108-86. 10 games back. I closed the gap. This shit's about to get interesting down the stretch between us. So let's get in to the full slate of games, which is Week 15 in the NFL, National Football League. And for that sparkler we got out there, we're going to start there as we got the sparklers at the Queefs. Chargers, the Chokers, the Sparklers, whatever you want to call them. LA, San Diego, whatever. Taking on Kansas City. You've got a 10-3 team against 11-2 team. Both these teams are atop the AFC West, much to our chagrin and disgust, but it is what it is. Who do you got, Raider Nation? Who are you taking in the Chargers and the Chiefs? Byron's got KC winning. Of course, we know where Kevin's leaning. I'm pretty much guessing he's picking the Sparklers. Jukebox is on with the Chiefs. Let's see what you got. Prime has picked the Chiefs as well in this game. I would like to pick up a game on Prime, but I just can't see myself picking the Sparklers going on the road in Kansas City. It's most likely, I haven't checked the weather of what it's going to be like in Kansas City, but I'm guessing it's Kansas City, it's mid-December, and it's probably shitty. I mean, you've got an 85% chance of it being fairly shitty this time of the year in Kansas City. So, pretty much across the board, other than the Sparkler fan in the audience, we are, looks like, I got to roll with Prime on this one. I got to roll with the consensus here as well. Oh, I don't care for either as well, Jones. I wish the field would open up and swallow both of their asses. But, you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. And we got to pick a winner. Every game's got to have a winner. Every game's got to have a loser, unless you want to call it a tie. But the likelihood of that is, you know, not good. So, I'm going with Kansas City in this one. Prime's on with Kansas City as well, and it looks like the majority of the consensus were on with Kansas City as well. So let's move on to Saturday games. If you hadn't heard, it's that time of the year where we're kicking up, and we got Saturday NFL. The college football regular season is over, so the National Football League finds this is a way that, you know, they can, you know, steal some more television time. And, you know, they see an opening and a chance to make some money and some extra revenue. So we get a 4:30 game Eastern time and an 8:20 game Eastern time. That's obviously 5:20 Pacific and 1:30 Pacific. You got Houston at the Jets first. That's your earlier game. That's your afternoon game. And Houston at the Jets. Prime, I knew was going to be on board with Houston in this game, and I have a hard time going against that. You've got 9-4 Houston on the road, going in against 4-9 Jets. Who you guys got, Raider Nation? Throw it up in the comments. Who you got at Houston, at New York in the 4:30 Eastern game on Saturday? We got 2 Saturday games this week. I think Houston big as well. I gotta agree with Byron. I think Houston. Matthew's on with Houston. Jukebox got Houston. What's up, Chris from Modesto? Joel's up with Houston. SD's got Houston. Chris got, man, Prime's got Houston. I gotta go Houston. I ain't gaining no game on this one. Jones says the Jets. Come on, getting a little tipsy there, Jones. What's up? Jones is like, Darnold's going to light it up. Well, you seem to be the only one leaning in that direction. Looks like across the board, it's damn near a clean sweep for Houston on that one. So I'm going with Houston as well. Prime and I are both the line still in these first 2 games, so not picking up any ground, not losing any ground here on the first 2 games. Cleveland at Denver. The Donkeys and the Browns. And that is your prime time Saturday night special that the NFL is giving you. The Browns and the fucking Donkeys. What kind of fucking gift is that? That's our Saturday night primetime gift? Really? Seriously? The fucking Donkeys and the Browns? Nobody wants to watch that shit. Come on. It's double fucking orange. It's hurt my eyes. Just even thinking about it. But Prime's on board with the Browns. Throw it up in the comments. Who you guys got? Mason's on with Cleveland. Joel's on with Cleveland. Chris on with the Browns. Again. Jesus. CJ Anderson just stopped by to get a jersey, Kevin. He's like, what's that, man? Let me get one of them Raiders jerseys. There you go, buddy. Doors that way. We're all aligned. I mean, I guess these first 3 games, we're all in line. What's up, Kelly? Thank you. Appreciate you stopping in, as always. Thank you all for joining me. And those of you that haven't checked it out, check out the pinned post at the top of the Raider Reaction page. We got a badass contest going on right now. Our Raider Reaction Pin to World Silver and Black social media takeover contest. And we're giving away 1 big badass Raider box to 1 lucky page follower. And make sure you go. We've got 2 ways right now. You can get very easy, get your name entered in the contest. 1, if you go like up our 4 social media platforms, send us a screenshot to the page if you liking all 4. We'll give you 1 entry in. If you go leave a 5-star review or a positive recommendation on the page, send us a screenshot of it. we'll give you another entry in. So that's 2 easy ways within less than 30 seconds you could go do both on your smartphone. So, I mean, get that shit sent to the page, and you got a chance to get to win the big badass Raider box that we're giving away. All right, so we're into the Sunday slate of games here on this coming week, week 15. We all hate the Donkeys. Nobody, Joel. And I'm going to give you another hint in a little bit. I'm just going to keep... This is going to be like that stupid old game show from the 70s, where I just give you like one word hint every day. You know, I've already given you like hip-hop, underground, male artist, nocturnal. And I'm going to give you one more tonight. We'll see if anybody gets it. Oh man, if this was me, this would be driving me insane, because anything I can't figure out like that would just drive me absolutely nuts. Oh, Kevin, I'm way ahead of you, my man. I've actually got my first prototype Raider Reaction stickers that are supposed to be delivered within the week. I went with a company, and we've already got them made up. It's gonna be the logo, and that you see over there, or side of the screen. There it is. That one. That guy. It'll be the logo, and yeah, we're in the works on it. We've got a couple new T-shirts that are gonna be coming out as well, and I know I've been saying that for a while, but they are actually coming out. I promise. And you're gonna want to get a hold of those too. Oh, trust me, because they're twisted like me. All right, let's get into the Sunday games. Arizona at Atlanta. You've got the 3-10 Cardinals against the 4-9, the shocking 4-9 Atlanta Falcons. I don't think anybody's seen the Falcons taking quite the shitbirds taking quite the nosedive like this. But who you got in this one? This one could go either way here. You've got Atlanta's the home team. Atlanta's just way more stocked with talent than Arizona is. I know when you look at records, they should be close, but I honestly don't think this is going to be a close game. Arizona's not a good team, and I think the Falcons run ruckshot over them. And unfortunately, Prime's going with Atlanta too. And I agree, Byron. I'm taking the home team in this one. I'm going with Atlanta. I think they take down Arizona and they beat them up bad. Arizona's just not a good team. The Falcons are a team that's had bad luck and has not put it together, has not scored in the red zone. It just hasn't had a good season. And no, I gotta go with Atlanta. I can't make any argument for Arizona. I mean, sure, no, I can't. I just can't. They put up 3 points against the fucking Lions last week. I can't. Well, I know that's what we need, Mason, but we gotta pick realistic, unfortunately, and I just don't. As much as I need, I need to win the fucking lottery too, but that ain't gonna happen this week either. And Arizona's just a bad team, man. They're just a bad team. They're just a really bad team. And unfortunately, I don't see them getting too many more wins this season. And regardless, if we don't have that number 1 overall pick, we're going to be in the top 2 or 3. We're going to be probably in the top 3 draft pick wise. So it ain't like it's just going to be some scrubs hanging around the top 3. There's still going to be solid talent to be had, and we'll be fine. We do got 3 first-round draft picks. He's MIA. He's been abducted by aliens, Lines. David Johnson is nowhere to be seen. And everybody that said he was should have been one of the number 1 fantasy running backs off the charts, I kept saying, you guys are insane. You got a guy coming off of big injuries like he had, and no way, man. No way. Not until I see something am I putting you that high on the charts. That high on the charts. But JD's calling for the Cards win. He's calling for. He's like, Johnson coming out. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm taking Atlanta. So far, Prime and I are aligned on these first 4 games. Now, next you've got Detroit, the 5-8 Detroit Lions, who have actually looked better over the past few weeks, against the 4-9 Buffalo Bills, who have also not looked terrible over the last few weeks either. They did lose to the Jets last week, 23-27, but they're more competitive. I would have called the Bills by far the worst team in the league out of the gate, and they've improved. They got rid of Peterman for one. I mean, that was a great start there. So throw it up in the comments. Who you got, Raider Nation? We got Detroit. You got 5-8 Detroit at 4-9 Buffalo. Bills got the Bills. JD's got the Bills. Dylan's on with the Lions. Oh, Gary, that's just such an ugly ass logo. Lions, Detroit. David's on with Detroit. I was kind of split on this one. I'm honestly, Prime has went with Detroit on this one, and I'm actually going to go with the home team here. Detroit is, even though they play in Detroit, it's cold as fuck up there. When they walk indoors, it ain't like Buffalo. It ain't like playing in Buffalo. And I'm going with the Bills in this one. This time of the year, this is when the conditions just really help out Buffalo. And, you know, nobody wants to play in that shit. Nobody can play good in that shit. It's just too goddamn cold. Good Lord. The thought of it just makes me want to shiver. Burr. So, it looked like you guys were kind of split on that one. Detroit and Buffalo. And I can see either way. And Prime and I, that's the first one we're split on as well. So, hopefully I can gain some ground on him in that game. Now, this next one is a NFC North division rivalry. Green Bay at Chicago. 5-7-1 Green Bay. They shit-canned their coach. And then, of course, you knew after they canned their coach, they were going to come out and win. Because you knew Aaron Rodgers. Of course, Gary, we did that. That was the very first game. We're running through them as the schedule. The consensus was Kansas City over the Sparklers, which I'm sure that's who you were going to pick. Chicago at Green Bay. Or excuse me, Green Bay at Chicago. Green Bay at Chicago, sorry. Got that flipped around there. Green Bay at Chicago. But you knew Aaron Rodgers was going to have a great game because hell or high water, he wanted to come out and show you like, see? It wasn't me. It was the coach. It was the coach. Wasn't me. So you knew he was going to come out and do everything in his fucking power to make sure they had a win, and he put up a lot of points. We called, Prime and I discussed it the week before. I so knew that was going to happen. So the fact that they came out last week and beat the shitbirds, that doesn't mean jack and shit to me. I think Chicago is really starting to look like the real deal. They've obviously got this guy, number 52 that they added to their roster Chicago's looking like the real deal. And if Trubisky can stay upright and stay healthy and ride that defense, they could make some noise in the playoffs in the NFC. And I got to go with Chicago. Prime's on with Chicago. And I got to go as well. Now, here's the one we've been waiting for, Raider Nation. So, be honest. Don't pick with your heart. We got Oakland at the Bengals. Now, Prime laughed at me last week when I picked my upset of the week as being the Raiders over the Steelers. Said right here, laughed at me. Said negative, Ghost Rider. Laughed in my face. Well, he had to eat that because Raiders won. Well, Prime has picked the Raiders to win this week over Cincinnati on the road. I also am picking the Raiders to win. If you don't know why, just go back and watch last night's show. I'm very excited about this Cincinnati game. We started to turn the corner in the Kansas City game. I could see the difference. I could start to see the team gel. I could see the fight. And then you come out, you beat the Steelers. You see that this team is now, we've tried out different combinations. You've got the guys now that you've dedicated that you're going to let start through the rest of the season, and they're starting to gel and play together. The defense is really starting to play together. Garyon Conley shut down Antonio Brown this last week. Carl Joseph has looked great. Tahir Whitehead played lights out. The defense has really come together, and Derek Carr is really taking the command. I said it all last season that he needed to be more of a grab a guy by the face mask, and if he's doing something wrong, you lead. Sometimes you just gotta grab a guy by the face mask and what the fuck him. It's football. It's a man's sport. It's a gladiator sport out there. It's a grown-ass man. He's getting paid a lot of money, and if he's fucking up, you're the boss out there, and you gotta check him. You seen it this week, man. Aitman fucked up. He went, he grabs him by the face mask, checks his ass. Big play comes right afterwards. You see the type, Derek Carr become the type of guy with this team that he needs to be. That he needs to be. This is set up perfect. You're coming off the big win in Pittsburgh. Cincinnati's missing Dalton. AJ Green's out. No way. This is set up big. Oakland wins. And I say Oakland wins by 10 plus in this game. I think this is a game where everybody finally says, wow, the record's not that good, but we better not sleep on these guys if they're on our roster the rest of the season, because they're one of these. The Raiders are one of those teams that could really play spoiler down the stretch. And when we play Kansas City in the final week, here's the thing, man. Kansas City's in a dogfight right now with the Sparklers, and if they happen to come down where it's one game, the Raiders got nothing to fucking lose when they go to Kansas City in the final week of the season. Not a goddamn thing to lose. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. When you come in, because Kansas City's going to have everything possibly to lose, or they have it sewed up by then. But it's hard to tell. They don't have the easiest road down the stretch, so it's hard to tell. But you don't want to play a team like that's just got nothing to lose and is actually starting to click. Moving on, this is an interesting game here. You've got 8-5 Dallas, who's been resurgent. Going on the road to play the Indianapolis Colts, who are 7-6. 7-6. But Andrew Luck is starting to play like that guy that everybody says he was going to be. Prime is on board with the Colts. What do you guys got? I see Dallas. Line says I'll flip a fucking coin. Jukebox is on with the Colts. Esty's got Dallas. Bill's on with the Colts. See, this is a game I could really see go either way. I could make a strong argument for either team. The Colts are at home. That makes it a little bit of an interesting argument. You've got to Andrew Luck, who's been hot, playing at home. But I tell you what, man, as much as I hate to say it, Dallas has been on a goddamn roll. Cooper has seemed to fit in their scheme and what they're doing. I think Dallas goes and takes this one. I think this is one I pick up on Prime right here. He's got the Colts in this one. I'm taking Dallas, but I can see where the Colts could win. I'd rather see the Colts win too, Lions. I hate fucking Dallas. I hate Dallas. Everybody hates Dallas. How are they America's team when everybody hates their ass? How do you get that moniker? You ask anybody, what's one of your top 3 most hated teams? I'll even say the Cowboys. They ain't even in the fucking AFC. I hate them with a passion. And their fans are obnoxious. Yeah, self-proclaimed Everybody hates the Cowboys. So how are you America's team when everybody hates your ass? I don't get it. I never understood that one. Never understood that one. So moving on, we've got Miami. Oh, Miami. Miami, you made my Sunday. Between the Miami game and the Raiders game last week, man, I was just sitting back with the biggest fucking smile on my face, watching Gronk, his big lumbering fucking ass, tripping over himself, and the Cheatriots going down in the most embarrassing fashion was just glorious. Glorious. So you've got Miami coming off that big win. They're now 7-6. They're over 500. Peace out, man. Thanks for stopping in. We always appreciate you stopping in, man. Any time you got, we appreciate you spending any second with us. New and old, our band of pirates. Thank you, as always. But we've got 7-6 Miami against 6-6 Minnesota. Now, Minnesota. Now, Minnesota. You're forever, ever stuck on the kiddie table. And your ass are never, ever gonna get off. Because you do dumbass shit. Like get one game from the Super Bowl. And then go out and get Kirk Cousins, $84 fucking million of guaranteed money. A guy who can't win a big game to save his goddamn life. So here you were. Just this close to a Super Bowl. And you trade in your quarterback for that guy? Nah. I'm taking Miami. Prime's got Minnesota. I think Miami goes on the road. I think they take down Minnesota. I think the implosion of the Vikings begins. You perpetual forever kiddie table bastards will remain there again. You're not even going to get close to a Super Bowl. You got there and sniffed one again, and then you're done. You pathetic franchise. Some Minnesota fan tried to leave some shit-talking ass comment on the show last night, like after the fact, like 20 hours after the show had aired or something. And I was just like, seriously? Listen, let me introduce you to the kiddie table there, Queen. Let me show you something. If you're sitting here, that means you get no say in any football conversation at all. Because you've never, ever hoisted anything. Anything. How long have you been around, Queens? Seriously. How many times are you going to get to the Super Bowl, within sniffing distance of the Super Bowl, and trip and fall pathetically on your face and piss down your leg? I mean, seriously. You should just shut up. And you wear purple. And you blow some stupid ass horn and sing a dumbass song even when you kick field goals. It's really ludicrous. If you've ever had I've been to several games to watch the Raiders play in Minnesota. I've been there twice for Raiders games, and they blow this stupid fucking horn all the time. It's annoying as hell. And they sing like this stupid ass high school fight song. Like, oh, I hate you. Every time they even kick a field goal. It's ridiculous. Insanity. Like, who the hell sings for field goals? Fucking seriously. Pat, what's up, my man? Now, so, back to who we're picking. I'm taking Miami over the Vikings. I think you're starting to see the implosion of Kirk Cousins, and they're all going to be sitting around like, my God. How could we pay this guy? Guaranteed money? We're stuck with this asshole? That's what you got, folks. That's what you got. Next up, you've got Tennessee at the New York Giants. The New York Giants went and put freaking 40 on the Redskins, who are just turning into an absolute dumpster fire after they ran out to the lead. Then a couple quarterbacks get their legs snapped, and now everything's, it's on red alert there in Redskin land, and it's a dumpster fire there. The Giants put up 40 on them. So are the Giants for real? Or did they just put up 40 on a complete shit team last week? Tennessee? Tennessee's been that team where they're 7-6. You don't really know who they are. But the Giants have crept back in at 5-8. Throw it up in the comments, guys. Who you got? Esty's on with the Titans. Oh, Chris is on with the Giants. It looks like about split. David's like, I can't decide. Dylan's on with the Giants. T-Courts, Saquon Barkley is starting to look insane, and I do believe he could possibly be the difference in this game. I am as well. I'm taking the Giants at home, man. The Giants are some kind of like the Falcons to me. You look at them, and you look at the roster, and you're like, how could they be so crappy? How could they be so crappy? Because they have a roster that should be better. I mean, they've got Odell Beckham. They've got a 2-time Super Bowl champion quarterback. You got Saquon Barkley, this all-world now running back. They should be better than what they are. I've got to go with the Giants. Prime's on board with Tennessee. So, man, see, Prime didn't want to show up this week to do the show with me because he went 6-10 last week. I'm telling you that. That's why. That's why. And I'm going to rub it in next week when he's back on here. Now, moving on, we just talked about them. They're a dumpster fire. The Redskins are on the road. They are on a downward spiral. They're 6-7. Going to face a team that is on an even worse downward spiral this season, and that is the 4-9 Jacksonville Jaguars. Ever since Jalen Ramsey went out and pretty much called out every quarterback in the goddamn league and said how garbage everybody was, karma has just absolutely reached up and bitch slapped the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they went into a complete nosedive and a tailspin. Their season is lost. 4-9, a team that was so close to the Super Bowl. So who do you got in this one? Got Gary's on with the Jags. Bill's got the Skins. They have, Lions. They have, man. Sometimes it's just better to let your play on the field do your talking for you. They will tie. They both suck. T-Courts. That's harsh. Harsh. T-Courts like they fucking suck. That's savage. That's savage, T-Courts. Oh, man. Washington at Jacksonville. I've got to go with Jacksonville in this one. Washington is just bad. And the Jags are bad, but they're not Washington bad. They've just got no quarterback right now. And when you don't have a quarterback in the NFL, you are not going to win a game. You're just not. It's the most important damn position. It's the CEO of the field, the team on the field, and without it, you're nothing. And even though the Jags got Bortles or whoever the fuck else are going to stand up there at quarterback, it's better than whatever the hell they're playing in Redskin land. Is it Sanchez now? Or who the hell even is it now? I mean, everybody that's played behind that center has gotten killed behind that offensive line. So, who knows? Who knows? Well, I'm taking Jacksonville, and it looks like that's kind of the consensus across the board as well. All right, we've got, 5 more games here. Let's keep it rolling. Thank you all for joining us as always. Make sure you check out that pinned post at the top of the Raider Reaction page so you get your name in the drawing to win that big badass Raider box in our Paint the World Silver and Black contest. A lot of people have already got their chances in there, man. It is super simple. There's 2 ways to get your name in the hat right now. We're on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. All you got to go is like all of those up. Take a screenshot of doing each one, send it to the Facebook page, and we will confirm back your entry into the contest. That's simple. Doesn't cost you any money, nothing. Also, if you want to go leave a 5-star review or a positive recommendation of the page, take a screenshot of that, send it to the Facebook page. You will also get another entry into the contest. That will be drawn for on January 1st, about midday or so. We'll work around all the bowl games, but we'll post the time later. But on January 1st, we'll draw that winner. And every Tuesday on the Raider Nation Report, we're putting more in the box and giving you different ways to get a chance in there. So really, by the time you get to the end of the month, you could have your name in there 20 damn times possibly. If you actually win it. And I still got the Flash Challenge up, so I'm going to throw it out there one more time, because nobody's got it yet. I put it out there last Friday. I will give you your name in the hat 10 times for the contest. If you can tell me the artist and the name of the song that the hook is taken from of the young lady singing Fire right before I go live in the intro to Raider Reaction. It's at the beginning of every song. It's the hook right before I go live. Fire! I don't need the lady's name, but if you can tell me the lady's name, that's worth an extra 5 bonus points. The lady just sings the hook. So here's all the clues I've given so far. The artist is a male underground hip-hop artist. I need his name and the name of the song that the hook is taken from. If you can tell me the lady's name who sings the hook, that's an extra 5 entries in the contest. So if you can find, you could literally get yourself 15 entries into the contest if you can figure it out. So the extra clue was, obviously, male, hip-hop, underground artist, nocturnal, fangs. That's all I'm going to give you. I'll give you one more word tomorrow if you don't get it. So you got fangs, nocturnal, underground, male, hip-hop artist. I need the song and the artist. Lines, I should just ban you from the page right now. No lines. No. So go check it out. He's not underground. Come on. That mainstream bitch. He ain't underground. Get the fuck out of here. All right, moving on. We got what do we got here? We got 5 games. Let's roll through them. We got 15 minutes. Let's do it. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What are they sitting at now? Oh, Tampa. Got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 5-8, sitting at the 7-6 Baltimore Ravens. They're on the road in Baltimore. No way. Prime has went with the Buccaneers in this game. Listen, it's these fuckers are playing in sunshine in Vacationville right now, and they're gonna have to go to Baltimore, Maryland, and play. Get the hell out of here! No way. I'm picking the Ravens in this one. Prime's on with Tampa Bay. Who you guys got in this one? I don't see the Bucs traveling up there and dealing with this cold weather game well. I think the Ravens take it. I really do. They still have a solid defense there. And it looks like most of you agree as well. I'm not sold on Jameis Winston, and I don't think Jameis Winston goes up there in the cold and gets it done. He's a warm, fair weather quarterback, and no way. Adverse conditions are going to eat him alive. I'm on with Baltimore. Prime's got the Buccaneers. Next up, we've got Seattle at San Francisco. Seattle at San Francisco. Man, Seattle played a hell of a game on Monday night. 8-5 Seattle, 3-10 Niners. The Niners are at home. I mean, come on. Can you even make an argument for the 49ers in this one, really? After what you've seen Monday night that Seattle did? No way, man. Seattle's looked is looking good. Prime's on with Seattle. I'm jumping on board with Seattle. Jukebox is on with Seattle. Mitchell's got Seattle. Looks like Bobby's got Seattle. T. Court says, fuck the Winers. I mean, we could all agree with that. Seattle. Lions is on with Seattle. Este's on with Seattle. I mean, the Rain City Bitch Pigeons are looking like for real. So, I'm on with the Bitch Pigeons. Bitch Pigeons over the Winers. Prime and I agree on that one. Let's see. We got the Cheatriots at the Squealers. Wah, wah, wah. You got 9-4. 9-4. Both of them were just... After last week's games, both of them. New England with the epic freaking choke job, and whoever made the dumbass call decided to stick Gronk back there. Let's stick the biggest lumbering ass we got back there, fucking clunky ass knee brace and shit, and you're expecting him to run down somebody like Kenyon Drake? I mean, come on. That was such a dumbass play. Why would you stick him back there at safety? Who is he gonna... He's not giving you any advantage in the speed department at all. You know it's either going to be a bomb or a speed gadget play. It was so stupid. So stupid. That was my WTF last night, and it was just a little carryover residual from that. Pittsburgh, 7-5-1. Is this a bounce back game for them? I believe they're getting Connor back this week, which is going to help. But I got to go with the Cheatriots in this. They were going to win that game unless they didn't blow it there at the end. I think you are seeing the spiral and the end of the season of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I believe you're going to see them drop to 7-6-1, and you're going to see them drop the fuck out of the playoffs, is where I'm predicting the Steelers to go. I'm on with New England in this one. I think the Cheatriots win and take down the Steelers on the road. Next up, we've got our 2 late night games. We've got the Sunday night game and the Monday night game left. Sunday night is the 6-7 Philadelphia Eagles, who are doing, I'm telling you, it's all about the wicked voodoo magic for the Eagles. I'm telling you, Raider Nation, we've done our part. We made sure that there would not be a repeat. I mean, the axis of football time was tipped on. We had to take the Eagles off the kiddie table last season. Stevel Juice emerged. All kinds of bad... Damn it, I said the name. All types of bad shit went down. And we had to pull out the voodoo magic to make sure that... No. There would be no repeat. Well, there's not going to be. And they dropped to 6-8 after this game. The Rams had an abysmal game last week, 6 points. If you don't think they're ready to bounce the hell back on somebody, this is just a bad matchup right here for Philadelphia to try to have a get-right game against getting the Rams at in prime time. I just don't. Oh no! That's twice. Damn it! Shh! Don't say it again. So close to the end of the show. I'll chase that little bastard all around the studio. So we've got the Rams at the Eagles. Or excuse me, the Eagles at the Rams. I can't make an argument, man. The Eagles have not looked like what they should be. It's the Rams. They're absolutely going to truck them. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Oh! Damn you, Lions. Damn you. Stevel Juice! Oh. If you don't know the story of Stevel Juice, someday I'll tell you. But it all comes back to the Eagles win the Super Bowl and being removed from the kiddie table, and we had to make a voodoo doll to get shit right. to get shit right. And, you know, I think we need to come up with a Chiefs voodoo doll soon, though. Purple drink. Oh, somebody say purple drink. What is that purple drink? Get out of here, Walrus. Alright, and lastly, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers. Prime has picked the Saints. It's a Monday night game. You've got 11-2 at 6-7. Carolina needs it, and needs it bad. But man, you got Drew Brees and the Saints. They're like ripping people apart this season. I can't. Prime's picked New Orleans. I can't pick Carolina. I'm not a Cam Newton fan. I've been on. I don't think he's that great of a quarterback. He's inaccurate. It's just the fact he's big. No, man. I'm on board. I'm on board with the Saints in this one as well. I think that's a big game, and Drew Brees actually kills somebody. Not literally, but figuratively, kills some cornerbacks. So Prime and I are separate on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games this week. We've picked differently on. We are split on the Detroit-Buffalo game. We are split on the Dallas and Colts game. We are split on the Miami and the Minnesota game, the Tennessee Giants game, the Buccaneers and the Ravens game, and the New England-Pittsburgh game. So there's some room for me to make up some ground there. I picked up 5 games on him this week. I'm only down 10. It's 118 and 76 is where Prime's sitting. I'm sitting at 108 and 86. I closed that gap. He went 6 and 10 this last week. I went 11 and 5. I picked the Cowboys. I picked the Cowboys to win. Prime took the Colts. So we'll see who wins. But I got a feeling.
He shoots. He scores.
That I got that one right. I took the Raiders as well, James. I picked the Raiders in an upset last week. I called that one. That was my upset of the week. And I got the Raiders winning this one as well. I think this one's set up well with Dalton and AJ Green out. I think it's a beautiful setup for to get their 2 back-to-back wins for the first time this season. I think it's set up. I really do think it's set up. So I mentioned it earlier. I want to mention it one more time because it's important. I want everybody who watches the shows, who hangs out with us at night, who follows the page, who comments on the page, who hangs out with us and spends any time on the page, follows the page, any of our platforms. We want you to have a chance and have your name in the hat for a chance to win the contest. So we've got the Flash Challenge, which I gave you all the information for already, and I'm not going to do that one again. So if you want the Flash Challenge, you should have been watching. But 2 very simple ways to get your name in the hat for the big badass Raider box that we're giving away during our Paint the World Silver and Black contest. Prime Esty is my co-host. Prime is here via split screen every week. He is the Raider Reaction resident sports guru, and Prime comes in and then we pick the games together. So we've been picking games all week. He just happens to not be here this week, but he will be back here next week. So make sure you tune in next Wednesday. You'll see who Prime is. And a whoop whoop to you as well, Leslie. So, but make sure, so we got 2 easy ways to get your name in the contest. So everybody should already have 2 entries in the contest. If you don't, then, it's free. Get your name in there. Get a chance to win. We want you all to have a chance to win. We really do. So, we got 4 social media platforms. Go check out the pinned post at the top of the Raider Reaction page. All 4 of the links are right there. You can just click on the links, like it, take a screenshot of it, send all 4 of those screenshots of you liking our 4 social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and we will confirm and you will automatically get an entry into the contest. You can go leave a 5-star review or a positive recommendation on our Facebook page and send us a screenshot of that to the page. we will give you another entry into the contest. So several people already have 2. Now, I'm keeping a spreadsheet, and I'm going to be posting up every few days, so be watching the page of the people that have got their spots secured in. Because I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to win the Badass Raider box. Message the page with the answer. Message the page. The Raider Reaction page. Message it. That way your answer is time-stamped with a timestamp when it comes in. Because the first one who gets it in there, man, you got it. You can give me the artist and the song. Somebody's going to know it. Come on. Somebody rolls with some underground hip-hop out there. That's the only goddamn one. Come on. Somebody's going to get it. You get 10 spots. If you can tell me the lady's name who sings the hook in the song, it's an extra 5. So that flash challenge is worth 15. Your name in the hat 15 times. And I've got another flash challenge coming up this Black Friday as well. And I'm going to throw it out there. I'll be popping on during the page sometime during the day. And I'm going to drop another flash challenge as well for another opportunity to grab 5 names in the hat. So, all right. Well, I can't tell you the song. That's part of what you're supposed to tell me. You got to tell me the artist and the song that the hook is from. Now, if you can tell me the hook, who sings just the hook in the song, that's an extra 5. Now, here's the clues. He's a male hip-hop artist. He's an underground male hip-hop artist. Nocturnal. How do you know, though? That's why it's a trivia question. It ain't that underground. It's on YouTube. Of course you never heard it. Fangs, Nocturnal, underground, hip-hop artist. I need this. I need the artist, the song, and if you can give me the lady's name who sings the hook. How old is this song? It's not that old. Oh, Sebastian, hold on. I'll check right now. Let's see if I can get on here for show. I'm running out of time. Got a couple minutes left here. Hold on. Sebastian says he's got it. Let me see. I mean, somebody's gonna get it. It's not that damn obscure. It messes the page. Let's see. Boom! 15 spots in. Sebastian nailed it. Kung Fu Vampire. The song is fire. And the lady's name is Deanna Randolph, who sings the hook. Boom! 15 spots in the drawing. Sebastian, nice work, my man. Nice work. I didn't think anybody was going to get it. You the man. You the man. Now you all should go listen to that damn song. I'm out. Peace. Love. Raider Nation.